The first time I injured myself was doing hurdles in track and field, and that's how I tore my first ACL. And the second time I tore my ACL was during my last basketball game earlier this year. I found Dr. Bernstein in Summit Orthopedics through my dad. Actually, he went through the Washingtonian and looked up all the top doctors in DC, and we ended up with Dr. Bernstein. So Dr. Bernstein explained my condition, which was a clean tear. So the options were to reconstruct it if I ever wanted to play sports again. So I had the option of getting an allograft or a autograft. And an allograft is when you get the ligament of a cadaver, or you can get a autograft, which is procuring a graft from your own patella, which is what he recommended to me because in his experience it worked better with most of his patients. So my family and I, opted for the autograft. Dr. Bernstein took the time to answer all our questions about this surgery because having an invasive surgery like this does raise a lot of questions. He was very patient with that, and he explained in good detail about the rehabilitation process and the recovery time, what I would go through, any pain or anything I should be feeling at the time. And he did also explain the process, which is kind of a stair step when you're going through the rehabilitation. I had a number of post-op appointments with Dr. Bernstein, and he was always on time and explained the preoperative course, which is your rehabilitation. And he explains all of where you're supposed to be and where you want to be depending on what activities you want to get back to after your surgery and the rehabilitation. I did physical therapy with eDNA physical therapy down the hall, and there's a lot of flexibility with scheduling appointments, and that's great because I live kind of far away from here and it can be difficult to get up here. So they have a lot of flexibility with the therapist that you see and with the appointment times. If I had to rate my overall experience having torn 2 ACLs and going through 2 surgeries, I would definitely give it a 10. I have recommended Dr. Bernstein to a few friends who have torn their ACLs in sports. There's a large emphasis on a team approach, which is great because you feel like you have a whole group of people behind you supporting you and helping you through this type of ordeal. It's very shocking, so it's great to have them there supporting you. Chevy Chase Orthopedics and Rehabilitation is a great place to be when you want to get back to doing sports and just want a good experience trying to make your knees better.